Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Slay the Spire Daily Challenges. This is September 11th, 2018. And we're here to do the daily challenge with only 2 hours and 9 minutes left. Yes, 2 hours and 9 minutes left. And if you're asking why, because I wasn't going to do a daily challenge. I had an appointment today or tonight, and it went very late, much later than anticipated, and thus I got home way too late and was not able to record the daily. But I said, you know what, I've kind of committed. I've told my viewers that I'm going to go out of my way to make sure I upload every single daily on my channel, and that is what I'm here to do. So I've had a horrible night, unfortunately, so I might sound a little bit softer / more depressed or so, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes in life bad things happen, you just need to accept and move on, and that's what I'm doing. So we are moving on from a horrible evening, and hopefully this run in Slay the Spire will make the day end the night in a slightly less horrible sense. For now though, thank you all very much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate all the comments I've been getting, all the helpful tips, all the viewers. You can definitely feel there's like a little bit of a community starting to grow, and it truly makes me happy. Every time I see a comment and I get to reply to it, it makes me very happy. And please, if you guys can comment, leave a comment, tell me what you think, tell me what you want different of anything, any suggestions you have. I am more than willing to open criticism, and any helpful advice or tips you might want to give, feel free to jump in and just throw it in my direction. For now though, let's go, and we are going to be playing as the Silent. We are going to be playing with the Brewmaster, Big Game Hunter of course, and the Night Terrors. My head is a little bit sore. I have kind of a headache. As I said, I was very busy today, and then I had to go out and do really not lacquer stuff. And it was a very long tiring day, so my brain isn't 100% in this, so I'm just worried it might affect my playstyle. I'm going to try my best. Brewmaster and Silent is kind of like what we had yesterday, except this time we have the white beast statue, so it's kind of better. And then Night Terror is just a really nice modifier. I happen to like it quite a lot. And the Big Game Hunter is just the free points and relics drops. So let's jump into it. Winning score of 1,455. To place in the top 100. I would definitely be going for that. That should be pretty accurate, because there's not a lot of time left before the end of today's daily, so it should be reasonably accurate, that daily score. So let's go around this way. There are 5 elites on this path. We're going to be trying our best, of course, to get as many of those elites as we can, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm going to pop this strength potion. I'm going to block just so I don't take damage. Double block, pop and alchemize. It's a block potion. We will start doing damage eventually. I just wanted to attempt to get a couple of positives out and see if we can get something going here. And we will start using these potions, so it won't bother us too much. And with the strength up, the vulnerable, and potions through, we're in a good place right now. And this is kind of what I was like afraid of happening, was it turned out I'll just get a lot of block and I'll get no defense, and this good sir would buff himself, and due to that I would lose. But a steroid potion and double vulnerable strike should definitely kill him off soon. So I'm going to take a dagger spray here. It's okay, it's not the greatest thing ever, but it's okay. I'm not going to remove a card. I'll do the question marks, but I'm actually a bit scared. I think the right choice was to go for the monster damage, the monster kills, as this monster kills of course going to be a little bit better for us, as we'll find ourselves in a position where we can abuse it slightly more. So these aren't great potions. We might want to look into changing these potions up as soon as we get the opportunity to. Like that potion is really bad. Pop this, get rid of that. Drink this, use a dagger spray in the fight. It was just kind of difficult situation. Like all of those potions that specifically weren't very good for us, so I was kind of in an awkward situation of like, what do I do? So let's think about this logically. What's our most likely enemy to fight? The Lagavulin, the Nubs, and then the Sentries. Sentries will make poison kind of bad, so we should go for the poison stabs. It does physical damage. It's really good against the Gremlin Nub, as it will. Ooh, my ears just. Was that a fire alarm that just went off? I don't smell anything, so that's fine, I guess. If I smell something that smells like smoke or such, I will definitely then make my way to the evacuation situation. But for now, I'm just gonna relax, you know. If it's an alarm, I'm sure someone somewhere will tell me. I'm hoping at least. So let's pop the potions here. We need cards that do damage, that neutralizes a massive play for us. I'm gonna go for this, and I'm actually gonna pop this and this. And this should give us him 2 more strength, give us more strength, and we'll still have the perfect intact. I'm a little bit more worried about just maintaining HP at this point because he is kind of hitting very hard, and he's hitting very hard because we played a lot of cards so far. But I'm more worried right now about just I hate taking 6 here just because I was 1 damage short, but I was more worried about trying to maintain HP because we are going to be fighting a lot more elites on this path, and we're not healing up because we don't have like the heal up option like we did on our boy the Ironclad, who has the heal up option. So obviously the Ironclad would be much better for us in that regard. So I really would like I would have really liked a dagger spray here, early dagger spray, but we're a bit unlucky we didn't get it. So this is very bad for us right off the bat. We're gonna like lose one of our plate armor. We're gonna take 9 damage, and the fight's getting more and more dangerous as we go along. But this was to be expected, kind of like. This is a pretty hard fight for us, the Sentry specifically, because we are really early, so we don't really have much cards in the deck that do much for us. But as long as we can attempt our best to, I almost want to say, maintain a balanced block situation, we could find ourselves in a good place. And this is a great regen, because one of these guys are going to die. When we get 7 plate armor, so we've got a very high chance of drawing into enough block, unless of course we get a turn like that. Of course we won't draw into enough block and we will end up taking damage, as well as losing more plate armor. And losing plate armor is really bad for us, because obviously every time we lose plate armor we do fall behind the curve a little bit, but it's okay. We should stay on reasonably full HP due to the 1 Norwegian potion we got, so I'm hoping that works out for us. So pop this, get rid of the defense card. We did get a potion out of this, so we can kind of save that potion if we want. And there's no real reason to use it. So dagger spray is beautiful, a little bit of a defense, beautiful, and a nice strike. So that was a very good turn for us, specifically that turn. As long as we can get literally 1 block out every single turn, we will be fine. So it's not that I'm too worried about this run or this fight specifically. We're going to come out of this on full HP. We're not going to get perfect, of course, because we did take a lot of damage, but we healed it all up again, so it's fine. Take Corpse Explosion here. It's just really good card. Like in general, you always, it's almost a situation with the Corpse Explosion, and I don't even mean this in a like conceited way. I actually mean this in a really 100% serious kind of way. The Corpse Explosion is literally a situation of like just a great way to get ahead of the curve, you know. No matter what happens, if you get Corpse Explosion out on a single enemy, it really can like turn the entirety of the run for you. So this is where we're going to go off, because he's going to wake up next turn anyway, so it's just beneficial for us to try and go as hard as we can here. So I'm definitely going to attempt to do as much as I can, and just hope we can get a reasonable amount of block here, just to like kind of maintain the not even the perfect, just to maintain our max HP. The higher our max HP stays, obviously the better for us, because we're gonna need that max HP when we go further into the run. Like right now we're still okay, because we're in a situation where we're like, okay, we're sacking a little bit of our max HP to heal up to fight these first 5 elites, you know. And these first 5 elites are only getting fought for the simple fact that we're trying to just get a little bit ahead of the curve. And what I mean by that, of course, is that we're just trying our best to right now just get a couple of relics from fighting a shit ton of elites on the first floor, just to give us that relic strength. You know, you guys have seen how powerful a vintage run can be, and that's just simply because the relics are super strong. So I'll take another Corpse Explosion, but it's probably not a good idea. A little bit too many Corpse Explosions can also kind of backfire on a person. So he's already dead, which is nice. We can pop that to fire potion. It's kind of good actually for us, because I can just use that, and then just one of those. Oh, that's really good. The anchor is super good, by the way. It's such a great relic to get really in these type of situations. So I like all of these, but if I was gonna get rid of anything, I'll probably get rid of the draw cards thing, but not sure yet. So our boss is the boss slime, so I would prefer, you know what, Infinite Blades upgraded could be really good for us. You know, I'm gonna take it. We have the extra lantern energy. It's kind of good. I'm gonna get rid of the draw cards thing, because we are probably gonna fight the Lagavulin. As I thought, I don't know why, I just knew when I looked at this, I was like, you know what, this is going to definitely be a Lagavulin fight, so I'm going to potentially want to get ahead of the curve on him as soon as possible. And I was 100% right. Obviously lots of luck involved with that. I'm not going to pretend that I'm some kind of genius or anything like that. I mean, it was luck involved, like the fact that we got the Lagavulin fight specifically, very, very lucky. So if we want it perfect, we will have to intangible and survivor, which means survivor will do 12 damage. 12 plus 11 is 23, and then another 10 on that is 33, and he'll be left on 5. Can we do 5 damage? I'm pretty sure with this we're getting a shield for 4, so it's probably guaranteed. So let's just pop it, and this should be a perfect elite fight, which is kind of good, but whether it was worth... Oh, we didn't even... Ah, wow. I was like, are we gonna get 5 damage? And I was pretty sure we would, and then we just didn't. So talk about your ironic play. I mean, we got 3 fire potions, which is insane if you think about it in its own way, but definitely glass knife. We are lacking on the damage spot. We're gonna smith now. Got a lot of things to smith. I think infinite blades, making that innate, as I said, it's gonna be a big deal for us. Just being able to get that early innate play out, to just get ahead of the curve a little bit. So play that innate. I'm gonna pop the fire potion, I'm gonna corpse explosion, I'm gonna pop a fire potion, I'm gonna alchemize, pop my attack card. Definitely gonna go for the... Well, heal hook's pretty good, so I'm actually like this. I'm gonna have heal come for hope for an attack. We didn't get an attack. I mean, it was obviously gambled big time going for that attack there. I mean, the mathematical chance of getting an attack obviously being reasonably low, if we're being honest with each other, so it's okay. I will pop both potions here just to mitigate the damage I take down a little bit, because we got no blocks, and I'm assuming if we got no blocks there, we should get some blocks over here. So putting a double block here, 100%. So that means we don't want a glass knife or potion. Let's glass knife, get ourselves ahead of the curve a bit, and he'll be dead next turn guaranteed. So any potions or such we get now, we should pop all of those, and then he will die. Sweet. So we took a tiny bit of damage, and then just go off, take it as fine. It's not great. Accuracy is starting to look very good for us right now on this deck. I like the fire potion a lot, actually. It's going to be really good against the awakened one, so... Like, there was a lot of options there. I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do there. Like, there's just so many good options. But I did decide in the end to go for the adrenaline play, because I simply thought, like, what is the absolute best case scenario for me? And honestly, the best case scenario came down to me just doing as much damage. So I want to do a little bit of damage here, but not too much damage. Yeah, we're not going to be able to hurt him anyway, so that's actually fine. And I think I let the adrenaline pop through, so we don't want to hurt him right now. We wanted to wait a turn simply because I wanted to do something like this. This is exactly what I was hoping would happen, and this is kind of perfect. Like, I would like to pop the alchemized potion for the potential of a steroid potion, but it's reasonably unlikely. We do have a 0 costing alchemized. We can try and get to the card draw. I'm going to go for that, hoping that pays off for us. It didn't, unfortunately, but we have options now. Like, obviously you want to do as much damage as you can here, so we're going to go like full damage. So obviously you shiv it up, then glass knife it, you poison stab it, as that's going to give us the most damage, and we end it off with a strike. Now we could use alchemize and hope for a potential fire potion, but I mean that's a gamble, but it's just too difficult. It's too risky. Like, if I go for this, I could have deal with 241 minus 3, so 38 HP slimes, or I could deal with 244 HP slimes. And if I use the alchemize to get a potion, I'll do it to 24 HP slimes instead. So it's kind of important. Like, this is such a big play actually. Like, either I strike and it's like 12 damage basically. Like, this strike is 12 damage. Let's understand this. The strike is not 6 damage, it's 12 damage. So I'm actually gonna strike here. I think it's the better play. Like, dealing with 238 HP slimes, it's probably the safer bet for me. So I will pop the alchemize. It was a steroid. I mean, there's no way for us to know if that would have been a steroid, or that was the steroid, or one before that was the steroid. But I mean, all in all, there's a high mathematical chance that one it does work. Like, whatever you get from the next potion was the potion you would have got. You know, there's a big chance that is how that works. And if there was a steroid potion, that would have been actually very huge for us. Like, it would have been very, 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 very big for us. So. You know, we could also kind of say, like, you know, probably just a little bit unlucky. But I think all in all we're doing okay in this run. I don't feel bad about this run at all. I mean, we could have obviously gone hard on the first turn if we wanted to. So, I mean, there's lots of options here. Off damage is pretty good. take it. I mean, the shivs and off damage work good. I'm not. We discard 2 cards at the start of each turn. I mean, we can just discard literally 2 ninja scrolls. Oh, at each of each turn. That's actually so bad. Is there anything I want to upgrade in this deck like right now? Only the off damage really, and that's not even that much of an issue. So, Fusion Hammer feels good, but then we're gonna have to rest. That means we're gonna lose like potentially 30 to 40 more HP. So, unless the only other options are skip all these relics. Honestly, I mean, I could skip all these relics. I don't need any of them. I can't take Corbin out. It's such a painful relic, honestly. I mean, there is a certain deck that can work with it. Something like Sneaky Strike and using top deck. You can really make that work. You can get Sneaky Strikes, discard them, and then if you have uneasy tops, you would draw every time you ran out of cards in your hand. But by getting a shit ton of energy out of Sneaky Strikes and having the extra energy from Harmony card, you should never run out of energy, and thus you would be able to just Sneaky Strike for infinity. This is how I understand that, I think. But I'm going to take Runic Pyramid here because, you know, it works in our deck a little bit, kind of, not really, but we can make it work in the deck. With the other 2 we can't, and I'd rather have a relic that does something than a relic that doesn't do anything at this point. So elite. Okay, let's just do like this. It's 4 there, 1, 2, 3, 4 there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 elites no matter what path we take. We're gonna get to a reasonably early shop, but like a good one. So I'm actually gonna take this route. I like this route a lot, as it goes through all the elites and only goes through 1 bonfire, so we don't rest too much. So this goes through 2 bonfires, but it's optional, so I might want to do that. Well, this one will definitely go through a bonfire, and we can upgrade, so it's fine. I'll take this route. It feels a little bit safer to me for now. So pop the Infinite Blades. Obviously, I'm gonna look into this card. Give me this for free, please. Pop this. Use the Alchemize. Regen Potion. No, we want to. I'm gonna discard that immediately. Actually, no, just drink it. It's fine. Let's use Adrenaline. Alchemize, it's okay. Actually not bad at all. We can use one of these and then get rid of the defend. Let's Corpse Explosion this guy and strike, and we can just normal strike here. This is great because he's about to die and he'll do a ton of damage to this guy, as well as we are healing up and we have enough block and we have 2 potions in our stock. So all in that was just a very, very good turn for us. Kind of put us ahead of the curve. Now he's already dead, so we can like just use this turn to find better potions than what we have currently. So I'm gonna do that. Corpse Explosion is a really, really good card, and I'm actually starting to fall in love with it a little bit, but at the same time it does have its falling down. It's not falling down, it's not the right word. Receive an offering. Give it a Corpse Explosion, it's fine. It's gonna give us max HP, and I actually want that max HP because it's gonna come in super handy later on for us. Right now we aren't really capable of getting ahead of the curve when it comes to this. Definitely we are struggling a little bit. It's just that the cards that we have specifically don't really work too well. I'm gonna get rid of that. Fire Potion feels a bit better for me. I don't really discard, do I? I've got like 1 discard option, so not good. Leg Sweep is probably super good for us. Sucker Punch is also okay. You don't really have the energy for Leg Sweep probably. Acrobatics is really good too. I mean, is it really good though? It could be good. Sneak Strike's tempting. I mean, it's not that Sneak Strike's not bad, at least. It's 14 damage and it has the potential to quite often regen us our mana, but mainly it's not going to regen us much. I'm going to take the Leg Sweep, play it a little bit safer in this run. I just don't think there's any reason for us to go crazy here. I think we can just play safe and play steady and we should be fine, but then again, I do want to be careful because obviously, as you guys know, these runs can go from very, very nice to not so nice in a very, very quick way. So I'm actually just take out this bird straight away. I don't have any desire to fight him here. So just want to mess that up a little bit, misplayed those, but it's okay. Pop one of these bladed things just for fun, I guess. Pop the Cloak and Dagger, strike. It's okay. Also messed up. I lost 1 potion unnecessarily. It's actually a big deal. You might not think it's a big deal. You'd be like, oh, it's just 1 potion. What does it matter? But in all honesty, that 1 potion comes down late on to really affect your run quite heavily. So you want to make sure you don't make stupid unnecessary mistakes like that, because what it boils down to is that just was a straight up stupid unnecessary mistake. I didn't need to make that mistake. could have just played a little bit safer and just found myself in a good position instead. Now I found myself in a scary position where this guy hits very, very hard. We know he hits very, very hard, and we might not have the block necessary to stop that. So, yeah, something you need to keep in mind when doing this. So we will get the block exactly enough. Luckily, we have a lot of only 2 days actually. It's not that bad. Utilize shift last night and end with a little bit of a strike action, and we can even pop a potion just for funsies. He is pretty much, he's guaranteed dead next turn, so we don't actually have anything to worry about. We're getting shivs anyway, so like I don't understand how I didn't realize that he was guaranteed dead. Blow is probably good for us, but I don't know, I'm not entirely sure right now. I'm gonna pop this max HP drink, obviously, because I really need the max HP. Max HP is really good for me. I'm gonna pop that. The snake oil is really bad, really bad, but we might have to play it here, so if we do, we are going to keep in mind that that is an option. If obviously our deal is that we do not have to pop it at all, because it will be really bad for us. So options now, we have a 33 damage on the field already. With that, we've got 30 damage on the field with one of those. So one of these and one of these takes this guy out. From solved one guy, pop the snake oil, see what happens. You know, you gamble and you win sometimes you gamble and you lose. It's just one of those things. You never know how it's going to go until you actually go for it. I'm going to choose to weaken this guy for 2 turns instead of attacking for damage. We have 4 plated armor. It means the chances of getting enough block is, I wouldn't say guaranteed, but extremely likely. This was a very good one for us because we got very cheap blocks, so it was nice. But with having 4 plated armor and weakening him, I was pretty convinced we were going to get ahead of the curve block wise and not have to worry. But you know, I just want to point out that we actually not going to make it now. We're actually going to take damage, so our perfect is gone. You know, my bad. I maybe got a little bit overconfident. The two costing cards were heavy. There were quite a lot of them. I'm actually a little bit like flabbergasted by how many 3 costers we got. Like, look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3 costers in a deck that should have only 0 costers pretty much. So Envenom's probably where we want to go with this deck, so I'm gonna straight up and upgrade that immediately. I want to upgrade the off damage at some point too, but we have a power based deck right now, and we have to be careful about power based decks with the with our boy the a-hole. And of course, when I say that, you guys do know, of course, I'm talking about our boy the let's take one. Oh, no, I want to take the other. I want to make sure you are down forever for the rest of your life. Should have definitely vulnerable the goblin leader. That was a big misplay on my side. Vulnerabling the goblin leader would have been massive for our success there, but you know, sometimes in life one makes a mistake and they just have to accept it. So I'm gonna pop both explosions here because I want it to die next turn no matter what, and that will guarantee it. So pop a shiv here, pop a alchemize. At this point we just want to try and get as many free potions as we can before we head up to the next room. We already know that he's dead, so there's no reason for us to mess around, and we can just move on confidently knowing that we just perfected an elite on the 2nd floor, and it was not so enough. I get 2 envenoms, the envenoms stack, right? I'm pretty sure they do, so let's do this. I've never really done this before, so why not? You know, today's the day of adventure and exploration. So we have an option of either going this way, and this way guarantees us a question mark room, which is Juzu, which means it would not be a combat, it would definitely be a question mark room. But then we don't get the guaranteed bonfire, and I might need a bonfire, but I'm gonna gamble a little bit. Ooh. I instantly regret that play, by the way, so in case you guys are wondering, we might be like, does he regret it? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Knight. That's alright. I'm really watching a lot of Dragon Ball Z, kind of into it now again. I'm gonna weaken this motherfucker for 2 turns instead, and I've got the block already. I'm gonna pop this potion to damage him right off the bat, so I don't mess up next time. I actually forgot that I had my boy the pyramid. I actually forgot about the pyramid there. That's actually interesting. I'm actually gonna go for full damage and use a block potion instead, as that's gonna block enough for me to not take damage, and this way I can get a lot of damage on. So that's 21 incoming damage. That's kind of a big deal. You get to minimize it down to 15, so that's slightly less of a big deal now. And basically one of these Alchemize, pop the energy potion. That energy potion is actually beautiful at this point. It's kind of exactly what we wanted. So this should be a perfect elite at this rate. He's going to lose his weakness next turn, so obviously that doesn't mean we do have to kill him here, but if we're being honest with you, we're going to be able to perfect him anyway because we have the intangible. So let's pop that straight away, and I'm actually going to make a potion because I don't need to. He's dead. It's beautiful. Peace pipe, don't care about it at all, but we'll take it nonetheless. Third in venom, you know what, if we're gonna go full crazy, let's do it. Give me a Wraith, I don't care, we didn't get the Wraith, so it's even better. Slay plant, the guy, I don't understand. I just want to point something out. Oh, this is a monster, never mind. I was gonna say, I was about to get very angry unnecessarily, which would have been my mistake. So at the same time, I don't mind now, so I'm actually kind of happy about this. I will block here, screw this guy, and let's go shove it up. This is awkward for us because we're never going to make it through all his armor, but yeah, we did do quite a bit of damage to him, and in all he's going to be 9 to himself, so that's super good for us in the damage sense. Popping the weakness potion on him right now, popping the off damage, popping the energy potion, going for that strike into that blade. Dagger spray should end it. No, not going to end it just, but he will die on the first hit, so we'll get we get a perfect, not that we care specifically about getting a perfect against him. It's more that we care about the fact that we are. I don't care about that at all. Discovery is pretty good. None of these. So this signature is pretty good. We do a lot of poison, so this is nature, and that's all because we actually have no money for some reason. I find that odd that we broke. Why are we broke? I kind of feel like we shouldn't be broke, but I could be wrong. It's definitely possible. It happens occasionally. Looking at this right now, we're in a kind of a bad situation. I don't feel like we can get ahead here. We have 4 energy, so I'm gonna pop like that. I think didn't really work out for me too well, but you know, it is what it is. So we should poison this guy. We should definitely use the survivor, get rid of the defend, strike, and pop this here. So we're gonna take a lot of damage here. It's unfortunate, but that is what it is. Yeah, actually, we're not gonna take any damage. I'll take it back. This is a perfect lead fight. The fight's already over, by the way, in case you guys are wondering. So, I mean, that's pretty cool if you think about it that way. The fact that this fight's actually already over. And that's a perfect lead fight. Once again, Tincture's stupid. Doesn't do anything with me. Now, Optimus feels great. We're going for a full power-based deck here, as you can tell. Which is risky. It's very risky. If we fight the Awakening, we'll be in a very bad place. And we are likely to fight the Awakening, being honest with each other. So, you know, we're technically probably going to be in a bad place. But for now, we're just going to keep going. Very bad starting turn for us, but none of our powers out other than the one power of the whatchamacallit, which doesn't really do much for me in a deck sense, but we can block this at least. So we've got our perfect maintain right now, which is it's good, but it's questionable whether that's going to last or not. So he's going to buff them. We're going to take these 2 minions out ASAP. There's our off damage, is great. There's our adrenaline. So I think first thing I'm going to do is probably go for a little bit of corpse burst and then life. He's dead. Takes out those 2 guys. We can off damage, alchemize. Let's just play a weakness on this guy. 15 block needed. Play one of these. Play one of these. Do this. And we can play one of these just for fun. Give me a predator, more cards next to him feels good. And then we got our perfect, which is very good. Obviously, I mean, winners getting a perfect not going to be good for us. No, honestly, it's just probably always going to be good. Looking at this, it's kind of awkward. I want to play another potion card, but at the same time, I just want to poison this guy. Block for next turn or damage or alchemize. Let's go an alchemize. Probably wasn't worth it. Should have probably gone for the block for next turn, but we'll see how it goes. It's kind of good. We're in like a little bit of a situation where I feel confident about what's happening right now. So I really like that. We got 2 block right now. 8 block, but he will get weakened. He's already weakened, so we don't care about that too much. Gambler's Brew, so we actually just don't want this with any of these. Let's roll all those. Awkward situation. I do find myself in here, but it is what it is. So that's Venom and Venom. Now we super poison whenever we are poisoned, which is really good. We have mummified hands every time we put powers, of course. it's basically a free power, so it's super good. So I'm gonna miss my perfect by 2 damage again, which is pretty much how I lose my perfect every single time, if you guys think about it. Like almost every time I use a perfect, it's always like this minuscule amount of damage, like 1 or 2 damage or something stupid. But no, I could have gone more defensively there. Definitely I could have kept one of the defense in my hand, and I would have found myself in a better position. So I'm gonna go off damage, commit to this build I'm going. We have no curses, so I'm tempted to not add curses at this point. We should probably just take birdcage. We can Bendoa's box here. Yeah, we can Bendoa's box here. Let's go. 2 Catalysts and a Bane. It's kind of like interesting because it's not a deck, which is nice. It's not the Awaken one for once, which is kind of a miracle considering we have a power-based deck and they didn't give me the Awaken one. I almost feel like usually if you have a power-based deck, you're gonna get the Awaken one regardless of what you choose to do. But today we got lucky. So I do see 4 elites on a path. Don't really want to do that path, but 2 paths that have 4 elites, but they both kind of suck. None of them go through a shop, which is okay. Actually, we kind of broke, I guess. So maybe it's fine that we don't go through a shop at all. It's only there's 2 paths with 4 elites and then 3 paths with 3 elites. So there's definitely options on what to do. I'm on 4 elites, obviously, because more elites mean more points. We're doing pretty well so far, I think. Like we have 80 HP on a Night Series run, which is really good right off the bat. So you always play your powers and hope it makes other powers free, which then lets you play your other powers for free, and then that is obviously just really good because that gets you ahead of the curve. And once you get ahead of the curve, then you're just in a good position. So this guy's got 12 poison. We can leave him to do his thing, and we can take out the other guys. Right now we're in a great place. I feel very confident about this run right now. Much more confident I did about 10 seconds ago, so it's good. He's dead. This guy's dead next turn. We just need to take out this guy next turn. So feeling really good. Like I feel like they have a very, very high chance of winning this run now. So that's always nice to think about. And very easy. Very, very easy run for us so far. It's just like, it's just mummified hands energy. It's just super, super good. All of these are like 50-50 at base for me. I don't really like any of these. I mean, dodge and roll is okay because we don't have Calcum. I'll take it. It's just so average at best is the problem. It's just like an average card. It's not a great card. If I'm not getting great cards, do I care about the cards? That's the question I ask myself sometimes when I play this game. Like if you're not getting great cards, does it really matter what you're taking? It all depends on how great the cards are you add to your deck. No, honestly, Third Push would have been great. We could have killed that guy on 1 turn, but I mean, at this point I actually think we just kill everything 1 turn, so I don't care too much. But I should probably still keep a level head and play seriously because this is still a daddy one, and I'd still want to do place high in it. Yeah, the Infinite Blades. We want card draw now, so if I see any card draw I should probably go for it. This fight a boss. It's this boss slime. It's our little revenge slime, basically is what it comes down to. Basically getting an opportunity here to get revenge for the previous fight we had where I did not get the perfect, so that's kind of good. Optimize this. Okay, so we did pop the full on. What is the song? What's playing in the back fucking round? Excuse me again. So he's actually going to split right off the bat. He's going to split to 235 HP, which is actually, it's a little bit too high in all honesty. I'm a little bit upset about the fact that he's splitting into such high HP enemies. Hard to deal with. It's okay. He will split on this side too. 217 HP. Much easier to deal with, I think. Should be in an okay position, but let's pop this free optimize just to double check this. We can do this, and Bane will take this guy out. Survivor will stop us from taking damage, and we can place Lattice for fun. And we're in a good place. It was a very easy fight, not difficult at all. And he's in top. Probably a thing that doesn't matter at all to me, so I'm just gonna take it for now. But we really don't care about it at all, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, we're really cocky about this run, as if we've already won and stuff, and of course we haven't won already. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, we won the run. No, we have not won the run yet. As much as I wish that was the case, unfortunately not the case. We didn't get the Envenom out which is kind of a big deal, as you can see, because we're going to actually take damage for the first time in a while. So Envenom is an intricate part of this deck, something we need to keep in mind for the future. Definitely want to attempt our best to make happen as often as possible. And Eviscerate became free there, by the way, because of Mummified Hand, so I can play Eviscerate and quite a lot of damage. Big misplay on my side, but you know, I'm but a humble man playing a humble game like that. And gets Catalyst. This is fine. Yeah, it's a little bit of a, not even a little bit of a misplay, quite a big misplay on my side there, in all honesty. Not taking those free damage. It's a very big deal. Hopefully it doesn't bite us in the butt too much, but we'll see soon. So that's one guy down. We take out a second guy here, probably. He's actually gonna live on 1, which frustrates me because it means I'll take 3 more damage, which I definitely wanted to potentially avoid if I could, because obviously the more HP I can maintain for ourselves, the better. I was kind of hoping to find a regen potion there, actually. Take Blade on, so it works with our deck what we're doing. So Transient, this is really bad for us. We don't get a very good opening hand. Like, we got a great opening hand, so we should actually be fine. Really wanted you to hit some venom there. That's fine, actually. So yeah, this is gonna be a big turn for us. We're gonna have to go full damage on this guy. We're gonna get a ton of poison on him pretty quick, and that should allow us to actually get quite ahead of the curve on him, because having that extra poison is a pretty big deal actually for us. Unleashing Top coming through in the clutch. Didn't actually expect it to. I already thought Unleashing Top was going to kind of be like one of those pointless relics for us since we had Pyramid. I thought the synergy there would kind of fail, but it seems it was the exact opposite. It seems the synergies work really well together, which is nice, I must say. I'm not going to lie. I do like the fact that they work so well together. So right now this guy has quite a lot of poison on him, so I don't mind looking for Catalyst if I can. Definitely got rid of something there. I'll never know what it is, I guess, first in my life. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I don't know if we can kill him. We need to get like 2 Catalysts in a row to double, I guess. We do get to do another Envenom here, which makes it part 3, of course. For us. A little Glass Knife action, a little bit Daggers for action. I'm dodging all for fun, I guess, but it really doesn't matter at this point. This guy, he will never hurt us, but we won't necessarily kill him. I would have liked to have killed him in all honesty, but you know, it is what it is. Give me another what's it called right off the bat, but so we can either go for the Cloak and Dagger here, which gives me block, which I don't really care about, or we can go for the Bane. 9 damage. This will give me more procs on the shivs as well as the Villa Openness. That worked out a little bit better for us, but it's good. So the only way we kill him now is we get like, the only way we kill him is we got like multiple catalysts to show. We don't have any more catalysts. They both have in use. We used both catalysts at some point. Not entirely sure when I did this, but at some point I apparently used the catalyst, which is fine. I don't mind too much. I'm gonna blow this guy up just for funsies, because we have a free one of these anyway. So he's gonna die now. One more turn we would have had it, guaranteed. A little bit unfortunate, but you know, it's not. Acrobatics is actually looking really good now, so take it. This is a scary fight. This fight is probably the most scary fight we could have got in this situation, so I'm a little bit worried now. As honestly, this is probably the most intimidating fight we've ever got. So this is a big deal. This fight specifically, big deal for us. So I mean, I might as well play. I could have kept the Survivor actually. We have Unleashing Tops. Keeping Survivor there was actually a smart idea. We don't have Unleashing Tops, sorry. We have the thing. If you guys are wondering what the thing is, obviously the thing is the thing. If you do not understand that, I don't know what else I can tell you guys. It's the thing, man. It's the thing. All I can say is it's the thing. It's like, we haven't played Envenom yet, right? I don't think we have. We're just playing a bunch of off damages and got quite a lot of defense, so. Actually, not too bad place now. Look at it. Kind of cool. This Envenom is just really aren't showing up for us, unfortunately. It's a little bit of a problem. Actually, this is the better play. Let's pop the artifact potion right off the bat. Got a bunch of alchemizers. So I'm gonna kind of pop them here. just because I can. So I'm starting to feel really confident in this run now. It's starting to look really sexy. The uneasy top and the pyramid combo is actually insanely good. I actually thought it was going to be the opposite. I thought it was going to be insanely bad. It ended up being insanely good for us, which, you know, I mean, I'm very happy about. Don't misunderstand. That makes me a happy man. Whenever synergies come together and work in a beautiful way, as a gamer, I do love seeing that. You know, it is what it is. And the reason I say is simply because I thought that they were going to counteract each other. But what happened was they ended up working well together. They kind of like started to synergize together in a way I never expected it to. What happens is obviously you guys are watching, so I'm pretty sure you understand and you know what's happening. But what's happening right now is that the uneasy top is drawing me a card, right? So it's drawing me cards because a lot of my cards are free due to mummified hand. So we're getting a synergy where we can play a bunch of our cards, which we shouldn't be playing, but we are playing nonetheless, and it's just really great for us. It's just a good situation in general. You kind of don't ever mind a situation where I'm gonna poison right off the bat, where you getting ahead of the curve. It's just always a good idea. So this is all our damage now. Not the greatest first turn, but have to do. I misplayed that big time. Didn't see that. I don't know if I could have weakened him and then played the optimizer. That's a big misplay, by the way. You might not think so. You might be like, it's not that big. It's just a miss. No, it's actually a very big deal for us, specifically since it does kind of kill the one a little bit. Not kill the one. I mean, obviously kill the one. That's a little bit of exaggerating now. But what I mean to say is that, like, it does put me in a situation where I go from perfect play to sub-perfect play. Once you hit sub-perfect play, then you're in a bad place, because sub-perfect play is obviously the end of lives. In any situation you find yourself in, you never want a sub-perfect play. You always want a perfect play. It's kind of important. So I'm actually going to use this Vavi. I'm going to keep going because Fanny's in top. And stuff like that. So I am actually super confident in this run. I think we can definitely... Well, we're definitely going to win this run, I think. But I think there's now even if it's just a little bit, I feel like there's a tiny bit of possibility for the perfect on against the upcoming boss. Where before, I didn't feel the perfect. I felt like, you know, we're in a good place, but it could have gone either way. And now I feel like, you know what? Now I actually feel confident in this. Feels like perfect land, and I like perfect land. I don't know about you guys, but I always find perfect land to be the funnest place to be in the game. A little bit awkward of a hand to have right off the bat. Let's pop the power card. It's in my way. Because it's in my way, I'll get in a free venom, which works out great. Let's go for the shift plays. Get those gone. Acrobatics is just really good. Another venom is super good, but we kind of don't want the catalyst, I guess, then, so that works out actually pretty good. Lots of this just happened to work out very nice for us, so we're a bit lucky in that regard. But you know, there's a question that one can ask yourself: is it luck or is it planned? You know, and some people might think it's luck, and other people might think, you know, that I planned this way. So whatever you think, I'm gonna choose to believe that you believe that I'm the world's greatest gamer there ever was, and in the long and the short of it, that is all that matters. So 18 block, right? We cannot get to that even if we play potion, so we're gonna use one of these. Let's go for a little bit of Bane action. It's fine. I don't know about this. Yeah, so we're way over the block threshold we need to go. I just really need to mitigate damage I'm taking right now, because we are finding ourselves in a very scary place when it comes to damage we are taking. Really could do with a couple of regen potions just to come through in the run, just in general, give us a little bit of an advantage. So we're 100% committed to this power based deck, by the way. I add one. I'm not in the mood for losing HP. Mind Blast with 40 cards is pretty good, but I'll take a Flash to Steel instead. It's just better for me in what I'm going for. No, I'm not gonna. I skipped the Smooth Stone, but you know, who cares? We don't care. We don't care about a Smooth Stone. This is just this is when what happens when you stop playing too fast, by the way. Stop playing too fast, you start making stupid mistakes, and then when you start making stupid mistakes, you lose runs. It's not you might not think it's a big deal, but it's actually like an extremely big deal. You, as a gamer, should never, ever make stupid mistakes that cost you runs. It's very important. Get rid of this guy's poison, which is really good. Shiv Knife, he's pretty much fucked. Like, takes care of that guy. Alchemize, I did it, but it didn't matter. Cloak and Dagger, he's pretty much gonna go down too. And yeah, I got enough HP not to take damage. Big misplay missing the stone there. That's the one. I mean, I made it seem like it wasn't such a big deal, obviously, because I'm a badass and I don't give a fuck. Which is obviously not true. I really, really give a fuck. But the reason I didn't care too much was that, as I said, we've already won this run, so I'm a little bit overconfident right now. So I might be making a couple of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes actually. Like, I'm looking into it now and I'm actually like doing the maths in my head. I'm like, you know what, you actually made quite a few mistakes, you fool. And you can't afford to make these mistakes, just FYI. So I'm like, okay, I'll play more seriously. I'm sorry. It's not on purpose, of course. Of course it is obviously on purpose. So but it's actually a great potion to get right off the bat there. So you know what, give it to me. It's fine. In Venom. This is when uneasy top starts playing in for us, so it's just so fucking good. It's actually so good. This uneasy top winning pyramid strat is actually so good. I've never seen it happen because obviously usually when you're in this situation you're not usually going for the I knew that they would hit the leg sweep, so I was actually super confident about what I was doing there, by the way. Because of the modifier, and I actually knew exactly that exact play was going to happen. So that's really nice. As I was saying, the runic pyramid and the uneasy top combo is actually super nice because we get to play everything in our hand until we can't play anything in our hand anymore, and obviously that's very nice. I mean, who doesn't? And we just play all the cards they can play as much as they want. So get rid of the thorns. I'm probably not going to need that. There's a lot of damage incoming. Someone pop this, no problem. I actually have zero problem with that. So we're gonna go for that. I could have gone for the tools of trade and hope for Viscerate to land, but the mathematical chance that happening was on the more of the lower side, and not one that likes to gamble. Oh, that's a lie. I like gambling. What am I saying? I can't lie to you guys. I'm not a person that can lie to my viewers. I gamble quite often. I find it to be fun. I find it to be like a little bit of a rush, you know. So we're gonna upgrade something. We got a lot of options to upgrade here. I think we should obviously upgrade the one of the off damages right off the bat. But there's lots of good options for us actually. What is this upgrade, by the way? 4 damage? That's atrocious. Just give me the upgraded off damage. Just let me put off damage from open hand, and it's probably really good for us. I'm gonna pop everything right off the bat here. Okay, so first play, pop off damage. Second play, pop infinite blades. Third play, pop tool trade. Fourth play, pop in venom. And then we got 5 energy, a ton of free cards. We're gonna get some more cards. And now we're gonna go to town. Massive misplay, as you guys can tell. Big fucked up by me. But you know, you never know until you fuck up that you fucked up. It's one of those situations in life. It's actually kind of interesting to think about it. Like, you do a giant play and you're like, oh, it's going so well, and then all of a sudden you realize, you know what, actually it's not. I fucked up. You know what, let's gamble it. Let's gamble it a bit. Why not? Fuck it, let's go. Didn't work out, but who cares? You know? Sometimes things work out, sometimes things don't work out. We had no way of knowing if it was going to work out or not. Don't matter. It don't matter. Okay, so A, our first guy is dead. B, we've just won the entire run. So, on the good side of things, we literally just won. Second good side of things, I mean, we got a perfect. And you know what? Let's have a bunch of fucking potions just to end this off as a lol. Goodbye. Yeah, I knew we won this run. We didn't even need the odd stone. I was pretty convinced we won. It's just this, we had a relic synergy that was fucking stoppable. That's like 1,329 points, by the way. It's not a top 100 score, not even close. Probably 350th if I have to be honest with you guys. Nope, beyond perfects means no top 100 score. Doing it very late nights, I'm kind of tired. It's definitely affecting my play. 300 something. It's where we place always. 300 and something is what I'm going to place. If I don't beyond perfect, I'm going to place 300 something. It's just how it is. Unless everyone else does exceptionally well. 1,329 score. It's a very good score. It's just, it's not good enough for a daily. That's all it is. We needed to play better. Get those perfects I missed on the other 2 bosses. As you can see, once we hit the beyond, we got to the point where our relics were so powerful that we just couldn't die. And that's really, really important. It just shows the thing I've been saying all along, that relics are the deciding factor when it comes to Slay the Spire. Relics really determine whether you're going to do well or do bad. But for now, thank you very much for watching that episode of Slay the Spire Day Challenge. I'm sorry I sound maybe a little bit tired. I'm very tired. I'm not even sorry, but I'm very, very tired. But I did promise that I'll do every single daily for the rest of this month, and I'm not going to skip one. Even if I'm beyond tired and I've had the worst day of my possible life, it ain't going to stop me from being here to do a Slay the Spire daily challenge for you, because as I said in the beginning of this episode, I've just been getting such a positive response lately, and it really incentivizes me to play on, and I really appreciate it. So keep those comments coming, keep that helpful criticism coming, keep all that advice, and anything you want to say, just let me know what's going on, and I really appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next episode of Slay the Spire, not Dragon Quest. I've been playing way too much Dragon Quest. Next episode of Slay the Spire daily challenges, which we will do in the morning when we are relaxed and fresh and not half asleep and messing up. We made a lot of misplays now. I think if I had to like write down every misplay, that it would take like, I think it's like probably 20 plus misplays that I can find in that run alone. Big mistakes actually. I mean, the odd smooth stone ended up not even mattering, but I mean, it's still a big mistake. You don't pass up a free freaking relic, and especially a free relic that gives you just a really good dex ability. But that's the mistake I made. It's fine. I'll see you on the next episode of Slay the Spire, where we will try our best to hit that top 100. It's been a while since I've seen the top 100. I'm actually starting to wonder, has the game got better, got harder, have I got worse, or have the other players that are around me gotten better? It's one of those two things has happened, and we're gonna have to look into it, because I need to be a top 100 boy again. I absolutely refuse to be lower than 100. But for now, thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time with more Slay the Spire dailies.